ArsenalFanTV. Claude, it's been mayhem down here today. Let me just explain before we do this interview. It's been absolute mayhem down here. For some reason, the Spurs authorities told us to walk off down the road, right in the middle of all the Spurs fans, and it was absolute mayhem. But listen, we're still going to be able to do the interviews. Claude, what went wrong today?
It all went wrong. To be honest with you, they were on a different level to us, mate, in the end. We held out for the first half. They missed a lot of chances. If it wasn't for Czech, it could have been 3 or 4 or 5 even. So, give them their due. They deserved to win on the day. I think the first half we held out well. I just didn't think we had enough. I thought up front, Giroud was just we might as well play with 10 men, I'm afraid. Just don't understand it. I think then we got sloppy defending in the second half.
No, listen, it was 1-0 down. Is a bit of a scrap, great save by Czech. They got the rebound in Dele Alli. But you're thinking to yourself, just dig in. Stay in the game. We're going to get chances again, because we did have a few chances after there, even though we didn't cap. But the penalty straight away now. Penalty for you? I don't know. It's at the other end.
Well, it's hard to say, but even so, it could have. Every time we've fallen behind like that, I mean, we showed a bit of fight last week, but that was a different game. They're on fire, Spurs, at the moment. They're close to Chelsea, for challenging for the league. And they're on a different level to us, and we couldn't cope with it today. And we weren't good enough. And in the summer, I don't know what's going to happen, whether the manager stays or goes. I'm not going to get into that argument now. But we need major surgery in the side, and there's got to be 5 or 6 players. They're not good enough to play for this club anymore.
You say 5 or 6?
5 or 6, and we're not good enough, Rob. We're relying on individual players now to lift us out of games. I mean, if it's not Alexis, we're relying on Alexis a lot to get us out of a bit of mess. Where they play as a team, they're more of a team effort. And you look up front, when they got a top striker in Harry Kane. What have we got? We've got Giroud. And with all due respect, he's not good enough. And I'm sorry, it's just it's a fact.
And with all that,
I was quite surprised because I was annoyed as well. I mean, Rob Holding was absolutely outstanding in the final last. What does that say to you when you're just not playing in? What's he done wrong last week? He was the best player. And don't tell me he can't play in that. That was a big game, wasn't it? The semi-final. Why is he not playing? I mean, why upset the rhythm? That was perfect last week. I mean, I know to me City are not as good as Spurs, but it's not good enough, Robin. It's upsetting, and then you come out.
Let me just ask you. So it's just finally, with all that, results have still kind of gone a little bit for us today in that sort of hunt for the top 4, because City and United only drew, so they only got a further point ahead. Yeah. Is there still a chance is that vital now that we get into that top 4? If we are going to get the players that you're talking about, we need to get into the Champions League places, don't we?
Well, the big one is Man United next week. They're not brilliant, are they? We should be. They've got a lot of injuries, and we've got the cup final to think about. I think even if we win the FA Cup, which will be a task and a half because of the way Chelsea are at the moment. Even if we win, I still think this team needs a lot of changes because it's not good enough. We're relying on individual brilliance, and it's just not good enough at the moment, Rob. It's just not. And it's upsetting today because we've had a good little run, but we didn't play very well. We weren't very good the other night. So, just too upset to think about.
No worries, man.
Sit down, mate.